Sounds of a crackling fire. Now that's relaxing. So at the end of the day, Trent and I have been up here for a day and a half working on our driveway. Last year in June was the first time we worked on our driveway. And we hauled, I think it was like 26 loads of dirt that weekend. We did it again this weekend. Why? We bought 2 more lots. And we bought it from the same owner that we bought the first 3 lots from. And this winter I contacted him and asked him if he'd be willing to sell the other 2 lots to us. And I showed him some pictures that we had done to the lots that we bought from him. And he was so appreciative of what we had did, because that was what he always wanted to do. And he wasn't able to do it. And he was more than willing to sell us his other 2 lots to us that he wasn't able to do anything with. And it worked out great. It worked out great for him, worked out great for us. So Trent and I went in on it together, and so we bought 2 more lots. And I'm standing on those 2 lots right now with a fire going. And I'll show you the driveway we put in. Basically what we did was make another campsite, a parking area and campsite. Because this year we want our friends and family to come up and enjoy what we have been doing with us. Last summer, all we did was work. Every weekend we came up here, work, 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 work. No fun. We barely had any fun. In the evenings, we'd go out for maybe an hour on the lake and enjoy a sunset, which was very enjoyable, very relaxing. It was like a reward at the end of the day. But this year we want to try and do a little bit of work and more recreation. That'd be great. So I'm going to walk around quick. I got a lot to talk about. A lot has happened up here in the last couple weeks. We left off, Trent and I were working on the siding, and we were going to want to put 2 more windows in. And we did that. And we've been coming up here like every other weekend now for the last couple months. Last year was every weekend straight. It was a grueling schedule, but we got a lot done. But we're trying to step back a little bit and try and do every other weekend and get more stuff done at home. I have a list as tall as the treetops here of things that I've neglected at home since starting this project. And I'm going to try and bring that list down a little bit while still continuing to finish projects up here. It's amazing how projects can compound up here too, you know, and you always want to do more, but then you got to step back and remember, look, let's finish what we've already started before we start something else, which is exciting to always start something. It's just as exciting to finish it. But there's that in-between part that's not so exciting. So we're going to try and get some of our excitement out by finishing some of the stuff that we've already started. So I'm going to talk quickly, try and hold your attention so you can get all the way through this video of all the things I want to talk about, because we've done a lot. And today was this driveway, but I'm going to step back and talk about the siding that we finished first and about the windows that we put in, because it was the biggest addition I think we've ever done to the cabin, was put these 2 windows in. The amount of light that it lets in now, and I knew it was gonna. The one window faces south, and it's a big window that we put in. And I knew it was going to be an incredible addition to it by all that sun that comes in the morning. And it's awesome. I sit down there in the mornings. Right now the sun's coming up at like 5:30 in the morning. I sit down there and enjoy my cup of coffee, and I can look out the window. The sun's coming in. It's very relaxing. Then I go out for my morning walk then. That's just as relaxing. The birds are singing. There's nobody out, and it's very peaceful in the mornings. But right now it's evening, and I'm doing this video right now before I lose sunlight because it's going to rain all day tomorrow. So I want to try and get an update video in. I don't want to do it in the rain tomorrow, so I'm going to do it now. And so let's get on to the siding that Trent and I have finished up. I'm going to walk up around the side. We did all this dirt work today. We brought our grade up because we're really low on grade over here from when we built it. And with all the dirt we hauled this weekend, we're able to finally bring our grade up to our metal flashing down there. And then we're going to do some landscaping rock and stuff just past the drip edge of the roof. Not certain I'm going to do gutters. Possibly. But look at the window. That's the window I was talking about on my last video that we wanted to install. And look at that thing. It's great. We love it. It's such a huge addition having that window in there. And we got multicolors going on, and I'll tell you the color we picked out. It's great. The one thing that's awesome is having all these different colors of siding on your building, because this is what you can do. You can step back and look at the roof color that you're set with. You can't change that now. That's what we decided on. We were going with that green shingles, and we can't change it now. So put all these different colors of siding on, then you can decide what's going to look good with those green shingles. Well, in my last video, I did say I was kind of partial to this slate gray, and my wife Melissa has said that's the color, slate gray. And a few of you did comment that the slate gray would look nice, and it does, and it's going to look very nice. We're going with slate gray, everything, soffits, fascia, corners, everything's going to be slate gray. And see this light gray down here? We're going to add that up above up here. So I got this transition board right here, and then above that we're going to go with shakes. Same type of siding, this LP siding, and then there'll be shakes up there, up around the window, up to the soffits. We'll go light gray on those shakes up there, with the dark, or the slate gray on all the fascia and soffit. And if at any point in time we decide that we need to change the color of our outside corners, we will. We'll go light gray on them if we think we need to add a transition. But for now, I'll paint everything slate gray. It's easy. I just paint everything. And I'm not a house painter, and I'm okay with just painting everything one color, other than I got to do that light gray up there. So, and it's kind of not going to be a lot, because we got the window, and I'm going to add an air conditioning unit right over there. So let's walk around this side. Here's the other window I added. Another huge addition. It's in the stairwell. When you go up and down those stairs, it's so nice when you come down the stairs. You're looking out that window all the way down the stairs, and you can see outside out here. Love it. Love the addition of the window, and the other window if you can't tell. So this side's all sided. The back is sided. The other side is sided. Trent and I finished that 2 weeks ago. I didn't do an update video that weekend. We were busy working. And when I'm busy working, I'm horrible at taking the camera out. I don't film myself working because I feel I'll bore you guys. And maybe I bore you with all my talking and babbling, but I just like to show the finished product. And this is our multicolored siding, but it's going to be all one color. And then up front up here, right up at the bottom, the soffit up there, at the end there, we'll run that transition board underneath the window again. And we'll do those light gray shakes in the front. And then we're going to do cedar siding from that point down. And we'll stain that. And we haven't picked a color on that yet, but we're just thinking that cedar with the shakes above will give it a nice transition in the front. I'm going to walk inside just so you can see the view outside out of that window. It's such a major addition. We got Seven, the all-star dog. Seven's 11. Hi, Sevy. All right, good to see you too. Here's the window. This is what I love. We got a fire going too. It's the middle of May, and we still got to burn wood. It's going to be 40 tonight. And next weekend's Memorial Weekend, and it's going to be 40 tonight. But look at the view outside. Here's my chair. It's facing the other way now, but when I spin that thing around, I can see outside. I love it. It's a great view. It's an awesome view. I can see out the window when I'm sitting in my chair. Because this window, when I put it in, I set it high because I'm going to do a countertop over there with a couple bar stools on it. So I set it a little bit higher to accommodate for that countertop. But when you're sitting at this table here, you can't see out the window. And that's what we dealt with all winter. It was, it felt like we were sitting in a garage the whole time when we're up here over the winter. And I didn't like it. So that's why we decided we got to add a couple windows. Our cabin's going to be a cabin a little bit longer than we expected. We eventually want to build a cabin over here, and this would be the guest cabin then. But for now, this is where we're going to be hanging out. And look, my hair's a little bit wet still. Trent and I had a treat tonight, and it's the first time since last September, so it's May now, first time since last September of 2018 that we've actually got to have a shower up here after working, because we opened up the RV finally and we put water in it, and we could turn the hot water heater on and actually take a shower. I'm telling you, that is an ice cream sundae right there. Just to be able to take a shower at the end of the day. That's awesome. What a great feeling. I'm clean now. We played in the dirt all day, and we've been messing with fires, and it's great to be able to take a shower at the end of the day. And I just got out of the shower, and I realized it's starting to get dark, and I wanted to get the video going. But to be able to take a shower at the end of the day, I'm telling you, that's a booster right there. But here's our driveway. We worked on this since the middle of yesterday afternoon. It's going to rain up here tomorrow and Sunday. And my plan was to haul dirt today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And then when they predicted monsoon rains for 4 days, up to 3 inches of rain, I got a hold of the local gravel pit where I get my dirt from and asked them, hey, if I get up there on Thursday, sometime in the late afternoon, can I haul dirt then and all day Friday? And I won't haul Saturday and Sunday because it's going to rain the whole time. And he says, yep, if you can be up here by 3 o'clock, I'll gladly load you till dark. Well, we ran dirt from 3 until 7:30 last night. And we ran 10 loads last night. And then we started again about 8:30 this morning. And we ran 13 loads of the pit run, which is what I do all my filling with. And then we ran 4 loads of class 5. So we put some class 5 out in front of the cabin now, out here in our main driveway area. And what an improvement that made. Class 5 has got a mix of different materials, and once this rains, you'll see a lot of rock get exposed and stuff, and this holds together real good. There's a little bit of clay in it, a little bit of sand, and small rock. And we did just past our trailer. We did right to our property stake over here of the class 5 to make this part of our driveway really nice. Over here, where we added this camping spot, and same thing with this camping spot here, this is all called a pit run. And basically, it's just dug right out of this hillside. And it's got a lot of big rocks in it. You can see piles of rocks that we've been putting, because as I'm grading this out, if the rocks are too big, we jump off the tractor, we throw them off to the side, which is a bonus, because I'm going to use all these rocks as retaining walls around these edges and stuff, because I've built all my driveways, they're at least 10 inches above the ground, so that when we're parked in here, we don't have any problems with water and stuff. We don't have problems getting stuck or anything. Like over here, we built this wood retaining wall, and I might cover that in rock yet too. And that's to build that site way up, and that's where my parents' motorhome sits. And so this pit run, I pay $16.50 for a dump truck load out of that dump truck. 6 yards, 5.5, 6 yard loads. $16.50 for pit run with all these rocks in it, which holds together real well. Now class 5 on the other hand, I pay $55 per 6 yard load, which is still a really good price for class 5, but it's 3 times as expensive. So I get 1 load per 3 loads or 4 loads. Christ, I'm not even doing the math. It's 3.5. I can get 3.5 loads of pit run compared to 1 load of class 5. Huge difference as far as material goes, but the class 5 grades out so nice and it fills in all the little imperfections, and this will harden up. This will make a really nice driveway bed. I don't regret paying what I paid for it at all. It'll be a really nice driveway. But this pit run, if you're ever looking to put a driveway in, check with your local gravel pit and ask about pit run, because it's the most crude dirt they have. It's basically pit run. They run through a screen and it's like up to 4 or 5 inch size rocks. Maybe it's 3. I could be wrong. But like I said, the stuff I'm buying is not even considered pit run. This stuff's dug right out of the hillside with all these big rocks in it, which I told him, I says, perfect. I want the big rocks because it's a bonus for me, because I end up with all these rocks to make my retaining walls. And it's a little bit of hassle having to deal with them, but it makes great fill. It's really, really good fill. It's got a lot of the smaller rock and stuff in it like class 5 does. And it's got a lot of sand, but it doesn't have the clay for the binder. So eventually I'll put class 5 on here. But this pit run stuff is great to get your first driveway bed going. and then put expensive material on top of it. Because that's what we did on our main driveway last year, is we put all this cheap material down first, drove on it for a year. It was rock solid. Then I added the Class 5 to it. It'll make even a better driveway now. So that is the end of all my talking. I was very excited. I had to share all this stuff with you guys. It's just been a great 2 days for me and Trenton getting all this stuff done. And tomorrow we're going to work on the ceiling downstairs in the cabin, being it's going to be raining all day. And we'll get something done inside at least tomorrow. But, oh, one last thing. Power. We're going on grid. Met with the power company today. They gave me great news. We will have power this summer. That's on another video. I'll talk about that on another video because I'll have to explain what I had to go through. I don't have enough time to explain it right now, so that'll be a whole nother video of my dealings with the power company. But good news is we're going on grid, and I don't regret it one bit. We built this whole thing off grid, and we'll probably have it darn near finished by the time we get our power, so it will be completely built off grid. But we're gonna get power. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, please comment. I love the comments. Absolutely love every one of them. Thanks for watching.